പ്രത്യേക അനൗൺസ്മെൻറ്റ് ഞാൻ ചെയ്യുകയാണ്. വെസ്റ്റേൺ മ്യൂസിക് വയലിൻ പഠിക്കാൻ താല്പര്യമുള്ളവർ 5 പേര്, അവർക്ക് ഫീസൊന്നുമില്ല, അവരെ ഞാൻ ഫ്രീ ആയിട്ട് പഠിപ്പിക്കുന്നതായിരിക്കും. ആദ്യം രജിസ്റ്റർ ചെയ്യണം. എൻ്റെ അടുക്ക് 5 പേര്. കർണാട്ടിക് മ്യൂസിക്കിനും 5 പേരെ ഞാൻ ഫ്രീ ആയിട്ട് പഠിപ്പിക്കുന്നതായിരിക്കും. അപ്പോൾ ആ 5 പേര് ആദ്യം കോണ്ടാക്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന മുറയ്ക്ക് ഞാൻ അവർക്ക് ക്ലാസ് എടുക്കുന്നതായിരിക്കും. താങ്ക് യു. വെൽക്കം ടു എൽട്ടൺ മ്യൂസിക് Western Music Theory Part 1. We are starting a new season regarding Western Music Theory. I hope all will listen carefully this lesson and try to learn the music theory with the help of artificial intelligence. So simply I am telling, this lesson is very simple and very helpful to all who loves Western music. Thank you.
Ever wondered how musicians read those strange symbols on sheet music? It's not rocket science, it's music notation. Imagine a language not of words but of sounds, a language that transcends borders and connects hearts. This language is Western music notation, a system used to visually represent orally perceived music through the use of symbols. At the heart of this musical language are 3 basic elements: the staff, clefs, and notes. The staff or stave is the foundation, the 5 parallel lines on which notes are placed. Clefs such as the bass clef and treble clef define the pitch of the notes, and the notes themselves denote the rhythm and melody. With these elements, we can translate the abstract beauty of music into a universal language that can be read, understood, and performed by musicians all over the world. So, ready to decode these musical symbols? We begin with the stave. Imagine a ladder, but this one's for notes, not people. That's a stave. Now the stave is a set of 5 horizontal lines and 4 spaces, each representing a unique musical pitch. You might be wondering, how does one determine the pitch? Well, it's simpler than you think. The higher a note is placed on the stave, the higher its pitch. Similarly, a note placed lower on the stave corresponds to a lower pitch. So, in essence, the stave is like a musical map, guiding you through the highs and lows of a melody. It's a fascinating system that enables musicians to translate written symbols into beautiful sounds. Yet, the stave alone isn't enough. To understand which specific notes to play, we need something more. We need clefs. So, are you ready to dive deeper? The stave is the foundation of music notation, but to know which notes to play, we need clefs. Let's dive into the world of clefs. Notice that funky symbol at the start of the stave? Meet the bass clef. This intriguing character, also known as the F clef, plays a key role in the world of music notation. It's the guidepost for lower pitches, the deep, resonant notes that give music its richness and depth. Instruments like the bass guitar, cello, and tuba all rely on this notation, as do lower registers in piano and vocal music. Now, you might be wondering why it's also called the F clef. Well, that's because the line that passes through the curl of this symbol represents the pitch F. It's like a roadmap pointing the way to this specific note. It's fascinating, isn't it? How a simple symbol can carry such significance, guiding musicians to create harmonious melodies. The bass clef takes care of the lower notes. But what about the high notes? For that, we have the treble clef. Ever seen a fancy G at the start of the stave? That's not just a G, it's the treble clef. This stylish symbol is more than just an ornament on your sheet music. It's a guidepost for higher pitches in the realm of Western music notation. The treble clef, often referred to as the G clef, is your compass when navigating the higher notes in music. Instruments like the violin, flute, and trumpet, which lean towards the higher end of the spectrum, rely heavily on this clef. Even the piano and vocal music, which encompass a wide range, use the treble clef for their higher melodies. This elegant G does more than just sit pretty at the start of the stave. The line that curls around the treble clef signifies the pitch G, serving as a fixed point from which other notes can be deciphered. And there you have it. The stave, the bass clef, and the treble clef, the building blocks of Western music notation. Now, the next time you see sheet music, you'll know where to start.